So I cannot pursue my will and his will at the same time. I'll be unstable in all my ways. I have to put one purpose before me, and I have to make sure that I block everything else that tries to stop that, to see that come to pass. I have something I've got to do. Every father in a home knows this situation. You don't just sit back and trust that everything in your home goes all right. Every father has to stand up and be a man, take control of his home and say, this isn't according to God's will. This situation, how we handled this with the children, that wasn't according to God's will. I have to take control of my own home with my own children, and if anything goes wrong in my own home, guess whose fault it was? Mine. So a father has a responsibility to his wife and to his children to see to it that his home is reflecting Christ the way Christ would want it to be reflected, right? A young man would have to live his life. He knows has to be able to control his life and control his desires in such a way that if God looked into the secrets of his life, he could say, this is a young man that's reflecting me the way I want to be reflected. He can look to a wife and say, hey, here's an unbelieving husband, but this wife is so purposed in her heart to see Christ reflected in her that now she handles her husband in the right way. Though he may not be serving God, it doesn't matter. You're serving God. The wife serves God. The wife reflects Christ the way Christ wants to reflect, regardless of the husband's situation. You know, she has to purpose in herself to do that. You see what I'm saying? Nobody's off the hook. Everybody has a place to play. Everybody's a washwoman somewhere with a purposeful washwoman somewhere. God has a custom-made circumstance and situation that he just so placed you in to see the glory of God manifested in you. Maybe you're the only one that can do it. Maybe you're the only one that could really reflect Christ in the situation you find yourself in to the way he would want it to be reflected.